Hey, what's going on, guys? Tim here. So, got another tutorial for you today, and this is a pretty fun and interesting one to do. Very simple. And what we're doing is we're making paracord rings. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, they're really interesting looking. Very different way of wearing your paracord, and yeah, overall just fun to do. All right, so this is what it looks like on your person or on your hand. Very nice kind of braided look there, and overall just a very interesting conversation piece in my mind, at least. And you don't see these every day. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. Alright, so I've got my length of paracord here. I'm using the usual imperial red, and I've got about 11 to 12 inches here. You know, not going to need that much to make the ring itself, but it is easier just to work with a longer piece. Otherwise, if it's too short, it's just too hard to do. Okay, so I'm going to grab one end here, and then the first thing you're going to do is just make a loop around your finger, like that. Okay, now from here, you're going to bring the long strand over, kind of make an X, like that. Then you're going to bring it all the way around your finger. So I'm using my middle finger here, just kind of pinch it in place. Then I'm going to bring this back up, like that. Okay, so you should be here at this point. Now, next, you're going to create some space on this right strand here, or the overlapping one. Just make a bit of a gap. Okay. So now I made a bit of a gap. I'm going to take this strand and feed it through the gap I just made. Okay, like that. So you should be here at this point. Okay. Like this. Just keep everything in order like that. Okay. So you should have this kind of like two strands crossed on the left side and one like that on the other side. Now this next part is the trickiest part. What you need to do is take this strand here on the far left and bring it over top of the strand on the right, on the far right. So you're gonna have to just kind of make some space again. See how I'm just kind of lifting it up? And you're gonna want to overlap it on top like that. And then at the same time push the other strand to the other side. See? So I kind of made this kind of weave here. I pulled the left one over top of the one on the right. Then from there, you want to tug on this one a little bit and make some space like that. See, I made another gap there. And what you're going to do after that is take this right strand and feed that through here. And pull it through. Okay, see there, now you can begin to see the weave of the ring. Now from here, before you finish it off, you're almost done. You can kind of test the snugness. So right now this feels kind of tight, so I need to just adjust it a little bit if I'm putting it on this finger. You're gonna just have to play with it to get the adjustment right. Okay. So when you have the sizing right, then if we just kind of rotate the ring, you'll see that we've got the two strands here. All you have to do now is clip off the excess and then melt the two strands together. Alright, so I've got my ring size just about right, and I'm ready to cut off my excess. So you definitely don't want to cut the strands too short, because you got to remember that they have to meet and melt together. So think of where you think they're going to meet, and then just give yourself a little excess, because when you melt the paracord, it will shorten the strands a bit. So I think if I cut mine to right about here, that should be pretty safe. Okay, so I'm going to pop these excess cords off. Okay, now the trickiest part, I'm going to take my jet lighter and I'm going to melt the two strands. Now, always be careful doing that. And that's not too bad. I think I can play with it a little more and melt it and make it a little smoother. But that's pretty much it. Now your strands are joined and you have your ring. Alright, and there you have it, guys. We are finished our paracord rings. Okay? So yeah, very simple, very fun to make. Not hard at all, as you can see by the method. And this part, if when you melted the strands together it's a little rough, you can always kind of round it off by, taking your lighter to it again and kind of smoothing it out with like a pen or a big lighter, just to make sure when you make a fist or something, the paracord doesn't irritate your skin. Okay, so yeah, there it is. There's the paracord ring. Really, really cool. I think it's really interesting. Works for both men and women, males and females. Pretty interesting conversation piece, that sort of thing. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Hope you guys will try it out. It's really fun to do, really easy to make, and hope you enjoyed this tutorial, guys. So thank you for watching, and if you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. I'd be more than happy to help you guys out. And yeah, stay tuned for more paracord tutorials and videos, guys. See you next time.